I'm not blanketly condemning video games or other entertainment. There is a time and a place. I am suggesting a critical examination of our habits. It's easy to make habit of staying home, avoiding people, or shrinking into our seats when the person on stage asks for a volunteer. You don't have to be that. Listen, it's getting worse as people become more and more reclusive and unwilling to get out there. I've actually heard that a lot of people are embarrassed to go out to eat by themselves, but that's a perfect opportunity to practice being comfortable in your own skin. I've been thinking about this for years as society shrank down into this state of bizarre shyness that just keeps getting worse and worse. But you and I don't have to. It's like being out of shape. We just need some exercise. It also helps to let go of harmful entertainment, those delusional fantasies that keep us enslaved and addicted to a routine of self-gratification. How can we thrive in reality when we're conditioned by fiction for fiction? Isn't that the essence of practice? What world am I practicing living in? Entertainment and fantasy have become unimaginably enticing and difficult to resist, but those habits cut us off from reality and thus make it feel embarrassing to be seen in the real world. But don't be. It's never been easier to stand up and be an example for people. Our bad habits are in the way of our development. It's just practice. You get the life you practice. The real world is desperate to reward the courageous. Look around and listen up. What are we experiencing in this day and age? How distant and desperate are the people around you? Examine the longing and the loneliness, the addiction and the profound sense of defeat and denial. These problems aren't cured with a quick, easy fix. I know because I've tried them all. The only thing that's going to help is reaching out to others by means of habit. It means making habit and choosing habit. I believe this is what it means to live one day at a time, or to choose our daily bread. What we do matters. What we choose to do matters. Our choices have a profound effect on our quality of life, as well as the lives of people around us. Does it matter if I get healthy for myself and the people around me? If I convince myself it doesn't matter, then I'm just desperate to stay sick. If I can't do it for myself, can I do it for them? I have no excuse. I can't begin to imagine the pain of the people around me. I see the long faces, the ignored texts, the canceled plans. I hear their reasons, their excuses, and their complaints. Visits and conversations become farther and fewer in between. What can be said? There's obviously nothing more to say if there's no conversation. But what can be said for someone who will not take accountability for their life result? What can be said to someone who wallows in agony but who will simply not choose the day? I talk about it because I've been there, more times than I care to admit, but I've seen the other side of this as well. It begins with getting out there, just a little bit. That will produce renewal. It begins with human discussion and courage. People don't want to be seen because sometimes we're ashamed of our behavior. We're carrying our secrets, fears, and regrets. These things need to be discussed confidentially, and we need to take accountability. We need to spill our guts and examine our wrongdoing with someone we trust. It might not seem important, but please, just think about it. I cannot stress the importance of this enough. To face the world boldly and courageously, it's essential to admit our wrongdoings and to make peace with our pasts. That means forgiveness, and it means paying back old debts. So, I'm not afraid to be seen, and I'm not afraid to speak up. But why are people becoming more and more reclusive and unwilling to speak freely and honestly? Why aren't we having fun in the real world? It seems that we're cut off from one another, and I think the answer is in our habits. Habits we've made of fantasy, fiction, and falsehood. The information we choose creates the world we experience. We are products of our environment. If we live entirely in a fictional world, our words will become fiction as well. That is to build a nest of lies and falsehoods. Soon we then fail to see the harm in consuming and distributing falsehoods. This wouldn't be a problem if it created healthy minds and healthy societies, but it does the opposite. Lies rip cultures apart and drive people to collective madness. The dystopian world we are experiencing today is a result of lost truth and abundant dishonesty. Don't be afraid to be seen. Don't be afraid to be embarrassed. It's good practice. Soon you'll be socially resilient. You can laugh at yourself and with those around you. You can be the life of the party with personal development and spiritual humility. It must be chosen each day and made habit. Consider church groups, recovery meetings, or weekly social gatherings such as campfires, community jogs, sports clubs, ping pong tournaments, book clubs, or anything to help sharpen that social blade. You can invent your own, get creative, get ambitious, get out there. Invite everyone, not just people your own age or people you feel drawn to. Practicing treating everyone good and including all sorts of people will help you learn how important, interesting, and unique each person actually is. This will make you universally likable and thus more useful and more capable. People are gold. They are such a treat if you learn to get out there and treat them well. If you grow with them and you're not afraid to tell them the truth. Sometimes you get rejected and sometimes you need to do the rejecting. As long as we handle each situation boldly, compassionately, and honestly, things will work out as best they can. There are a lot of bitter pills along the way, but you will get stronger if you choose personal development. If you aim to the highest conceivable good, if you work diligently to serve people's best interests, and if you keep fine-tuning your aim when things go wrong. Don't be afraid to be seen. Be afraid of self-pity or other traps which, although understandable and alluring, don't do us any good.